Hello everyone, FunShine here. Welcome to a new series called Creative Empyrion. What we're going to do is we're going to build things in Empyrion creative mode, inspired by real-life structures or ships, or fictional ships for that matter. And we're going to play with them, test them out, have fun with them, just build, be really creative. I'm going to need a lot of input from you guys, especially with ideas on what you would like to see me build. So make sure you're active in the comments section below. Today, we are going to build something I talked about in my survival series that I thought would be really cool when we were making a hover vehicle. It was a ground vehicle at the time, and that is a pod racer from Star Wars Episode 1. And specifically, we are going to take inspiration today from Sebulba's pod racer. And that is the one that has the giant engines on the front, kind of like the sideways V's. And that's what we're going to attempt to build today. It's not going to look exactly like that because we have, we're limited to squares and triangles and some circular shapes. But we're going to try and match it as close as we can, take a little bit of creative license on it, and make it look really cool. So the first thing I did, I put down a base here. I'm in creative mode in Aqua, and we're going to put down a ship. Now the ships, whenever you put them down here, they drive away from you. So most of this machine is going to be built in front of me. So I'm going to put it kind of back here on this build platform that I've made, like right about there. All right. Now what we want to do, we want to make sure this thing does not fall off, because we're going to start taking things out of the way in order to build this. So I'm going to build what I call, well, I call them training wheels. They're not really wheels, but they're just ways of keeping this thing from not falling over when I remove stuff. So these truss blocks, they only take 2 hits with the thing to remove, so that's easy to take away. Okay, now that's that there, it's all balanced, it's not going to fall or anything like that. We can start removing blocks. Now, we need the core. The core is required, and I'd like to put, let's see, with this ship, I think his engine is right in front of his cockpit, so we'll put the cockpit behind it. Anyway, so we can take out a few of these blocks. Empyrion developers, I would like in creative mode for this build or remove and repair tool to be instant. It doesn't make sense for me to have to, keep hitting it all day on creative mode. I just want to remove stuff. Okay, so if let me build a few more back here because I do not want this thing to fall off. I've already had a few fall in the water and I've had to start over. So let's pick the cockpit that we want for this ship. We were making a hover vehicle, and I think this one is the best. Yep, this guy right here. He's kind of sleek and small. All the others are pretty big. Now, I want to put him just barely behind that core, but I can't really. I have to attach him to something. So what we're going to need to do is remove this block and hope nothing falls. Okay. And probably that one as well. And we need to go down a bit so we can have something to attach to. Okay, right there. Perfect. Nope. Nope. Don't make a big one. Okay. And then we should now be able to put that right on like so. Okay, cool. So that's going to be the cockpit that he rides in. And we'll have kind of a slick front looking here. And then we're going to have like a gap. So let's see. Let's add like 1, 2, maybe like 4 blocks there. And then we'll just have a nice little gap. Now, in Empyrion, your ships do not need to be attached to each other. There's no like physics that way. So we can actually make this pod racer look authentic, where it's not like really attached. We don't have the strings, obviously, or the rope, whatever they are. Okay, so that'll be like that. These won't be there. They're just stability for now. And then the engines will be something like, let's keep a 3 gap. So we'll make them like right here. And this all scaffolding is temporary just to make it easy to measure and kind of lay out how we want it to look. Oops, made that one too big. But yeah, these trusses are awesome because they only took 2 hits. I don't know if I said that before, to remove. But this whole ship thinks it's still attached to each other, so that guy is, is providing stability. Okay, so the engines will be like that. Now I think we're going to start with the front. Let's do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Let's do like 3. Up. No, don't place a big one. That's your number one mistake. If you like place that there, the whole ship will just like start like falling over. Okay, perfect. Just like that. Yes, I love it. Okay, so what we're going to do, unfortunately, Sebulba's ship is orange. There is no orange block in this game, which is a bummer. So we can either go with red or yellow. I'm going to go with red. Red's for speed. And I want a slanty block. Let's see, what other building blocks? Probably the half circle there, because it does have some rounded elements. Probably need some actual just hole blocks. And there we go. So how this will look, we'll have that going like that, and then we'll just alternate like that. And should we go up this far? Yes. Okay. Then we're going to put one of these guys on the end like that, and then we'll slope it back down like that to kind of create that V. That's the top of the V. Alright, and then we need the bottom, so we're going to have to remove another block here. Every time I remove, I'm just hoping this thing does not fall over. Okay, good. What are we going to move? That one too, maybe? Yeah. Okay. Remember, these are not supposed to be here. They're just there for what we're doing now. What am I going to put there? Oh, I have an idea. Okay. So, yeah, for now, let's put just a whole block there. And we'll go ahead and go down under here. It's going to get tight. And the same thing, we'll do 1, 2, and 3. Now, I mentioned before that this game does have symmetry mode somewhat enabled. But as I'm kind of designing here and I don't know exactly what I want to build, if I do symmetry mode, and I screw up, that's just twice as much I have to get rid of. So at least while I'm designing the shape, I'm going to leave it off. And then when I'm like, because I've got to copy this back a bit now, then I'll turn symmetry mode on. So that's going to look like that. Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm liking it. And then that is going to be, copied back something like this. We'll go 4 blocks. We'll have a different color there. And then in here, we're going to do something like this. All right, we still think I'm safe to remove that one. Do not fall over. Uh-oh, I've screwed it up. There we go. Yep. Perfect. So that'll be the engine. And then right here, we'll actually put our thruster. And we'll go with a thruster normal to put on there. Okay. Doesn't exactly look like his. This thruster would be the entire size of the engine, but there's no way to really do that. Other than, I guess what we could is surround the thruster. Maybe that would be a plan. Will that interfere? Yeah, let's do that. So let's get the whole blocks. Oh, it makes me so nervous. This thing's going to fall over. Building symmetrical is also good because you keep it balanced. This thing's going to start being very weighted on one side. Yeah, something like that. And then we'll color the tip black so it looks, like different. All right. Okay. So I'm getting the general shape. Let's go ahead and figure out how to turn on symmetry mode so that we'll copy over there. I'm going to add some more trusses because I don't trust myself. I think this whole thing's going to fall over. Okay, because we're about to remove, yeah, a lot of these blocks here. Sweet. Okay, so symmetry mode is N, and you're going to hold it down, and it says, what plane do you want? XY, XZ, or YZ? Now we're going to be on a, I think it's XY. Z is height in this game, is that correct? So click that. You're gonna click a block here. You're gonna find the middle. Show the game the middle. So put a block where their middle is, and then hit N, and hit XZ. Oh no, that didn't work. Okay, guys, we got it figured out. While I was looking at it, it got dark, so I had to put up some lights. Kind of looks kind of funky, but with all the trusses. What you do is you hold down N, and you're actually going to be on the YZ plane. So Y is looking the direction the ship is facing, and Z is up and down. So that's how the plane we want it. So we click that, and then we click where we want the plane to be. So we want it here or here. You got to hold down N the whole time. And you can see I can shift the plane. So this is the middle, and that's where I want it. That's great. Now what will happen is anytime I put a block down, it should put one over there. Isn't that cool? So we can go ahead and, let's see, put this all the way to there. Same. This one's only going to there. And you can see it makes it a lot easier to build large structures. Okay. Yep. So let's get some of these slanted blocks. We're going to have to, redo the part over there that we, designed over here because it's already built, obviously. There's no way to say, like copy what's already there and put it over. But it's okay. Not a big deal. Come on, there we go. Alright. We can get rid of some of these. I'm not sure what it'll do if there's already a block on the other side. Let's see what happens. So if we put a blocks in here, does it replace them or does it just not do anything? Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Okay. No big deal. Alright, so you can see it's starting to take shape. Let me go ahead and finish off these engines just to what we have so far, and then we'll see if we like it, if we need to make any tweaks, and we'll paint it, and then we'll start working on the cockpit. So I'll be right back, guys. Alright, guys, so we are back. I've got the symmetry done. Once I went and sat back in the cockpit here, my wings didn't look big enough. So I've actually increased them one more up here on this side. I built it out. Oh, crap. I had symmetry on. I didn't want to build it down here because if you notice, when I land this thing, it's going to probably sit right on there. And the bottom of the cockpit's going to be right there. So it's going to like sit at a really funky angle. So I didn't want to make the bottom any bigger. But I left symmetry mode on, so it made it anyway. Oh, grr. Yeah, we really need a gun for symmetry. I mean, a gun for creative mode that's instant. You don't have to do this with, because this is just pain in the butt. Imagine trying to create like a huge capital ship that's like 1,000 blocks long, and you screw it up, and you have to delete 1,000 blocks. Oh, that'd just be a pain. So, all right, gone. Okay, that looks better. I'm thinking it looks really good. So first thing I want to add is, in the game, or in the movie, there is like a, kind of like an energy bridge that keeps these two things together. Well, I'm thinking I need left and right thrusters so I can turn this thing. What if we do just some directional thrusters here and just put them like right, where would it be? It would be right here. It always destroys the block behind it just a little bit. No, I didn't want this kind of thruster. I wanted this kind of thruster. Oh, I can't see which way it's aiming. There we go. So that way. And then we'll do the other one over here. And then when I turn, these will fire a blue smoke out between them, and it'll kind of look like the energy bridge or whatever that holds them together. So I like that. It's kind of like reproducing something from the thing that I couldn't really normally do, and it's also functional. Okay, so if we look at the paint job on these, normally it's orange here, and then there's like a black stripe that kind of goes sideways. I can't really produce that. It would look kind of weird. Let's see what it would look like if we change these to black. This paint tool is also a pain to use. So if you see like that, it doesn't really, since I can't paint a diagonal block, it doesn't look good. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to do red in the front and then black in the back here. Like this. I'll paint one side on camera and then the rest of it I'll wrap up later. You can kind of paint multiple blocks if you click and drag. That kind of helps. Okay. Alright, I like that. So we'll have red and black wings. And now the engine itself is kind of grayish, and that'll actually work well because you can't dye thrusters. So, oops, let's get back to gray. Man, I keep missing it. There we go, so it's after green. Alright, let's do it this way. 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And actually, there is some more orange in the middle, so what if we put this back to red? Like that. And then, should we leave this? Let's see how this looks gray. Okay. I'm liking it. Yep. Alright, I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, this paint tool could be a little more user-friendly. I can say that much. Creative mode also needs a way to set time of day. But that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hope you guys are learning a little bit. I've played around with this quite some time, trying to figure out the best way to do things like this. And hopefully you guys will even show me some things. Like a color and eyedropper would work really well though. Why does this one keep turning the wrong color? Okay. Alright, so I think that is what our engine is going to look like. It's not really the color scheme of the game. We'd need an orange for that, but that's about all we can do. There is some like gray on the front here, but I'm thinking if I colored these solid, whole blocks, it would look a little weird. So we'll leave them red. Let's think about, well, I'll paint the other side there. Let's think about the cockpit here. So his cockpit, one of the features on it is these like gas tanks on the side, and we can actually copy that, with something functional, and put our fuel tanks there. Actually, the generators might look better. I don't need generators on this, but that's okay. Oops, I need the color tool. Trash these guys. It would be like, how does this attach? Yeah, it would be like right here. Having a generator there. Oh, I need another generator. And a generator there. Okay, I like the look of that. And then we need to put something up front. What do we still need to fly it? We need fuel tanks somewhere. We need an RCS. We probably need a few more. Oh, trash the lamps here. Maybe a couple more hover engines, and maybe a light or two. But we'll worry about that in a minute. So where are we going to put these? We could put them. Put one. Yeah, one's probably enough. Yeah, let's just do one. All right. Now I want to check something about this fuel cell. So if I put it there, I would see it. Now, what does it look like upside down? That actually doesn't look that bad. But I couldn't paint it. But yeah, I think it looks like... Yeah, I definitely like that. Now, we have the core exposed. Is that a big problem? I don't think it's a big problem. Now, how do we want the front to look? I think I'm going to replace you with one of these. And what other options we got here for building blocks? Let's get some of the non-round ones out. Like that guy there. Oh, these are such hard ones to fit in, but yeah, I think... You know what? His actually goes down. Yeah, let's switch it. And I'm actually going to switch it down here as well. So... Wait, why can't I stick you on there? What? Hey! What are you doing? There we go. Okay. So that will be there. Should we go down again? We need to make this thing just a little bit taller, I think. I'm going to have to get rid of this block. Oh, that's a lot of blocks I just got rid of. Like that. That. And then something like that. Yep, I like that. And, I don't know. Nothing I do is really going to make it look like the thing. So let's just go for some flair. Let's make it look cool. When in doubt, just invent your own. Alright, so I want that like this. I want... that like that. Oh, I hate when I can't rotate it the right way. There we go. It's got like a trunk on the front here. This one needs to look like that. Whoa, no. Oh, crap. She's taking off. Oh, goodness. Yeah, sometimes you build and it's like decides, oh, I want to start taking off on you. And then what would go here? Probably that other block. This guy. Probably don't need any trusses anymore, so we'll delete those. Yeah, perfect. Rotate you again to fit you in here. Nope. Perfect. All right. So that's going to be the general shape of this guy. He'll come out one more time as he goes up. Yeah, like that. We're going to paint him again, so don't worry about that. Definitely. Okay. That's looking pretty good. And we've got those there. We've got the fuel. Generators, RCS. We're going to put the RCS. I'm actually wishing the core was in a different spot now, but I think we'll have to stick the RCS down underneath. It is a very cool block. It looks all technical and everything. Can you put more than one RCS on something? Because this actually look cool just as like sticking out of here. Let's give that a try. Let's put the RCS right here. And here. Oh, I didn't paint it. I was like, why is it different? Okay. Go ahead and rotate you. Ooh, that actually... Should we do it that way? Is it missing its base? Like, there's no graphic for it? That's interesting. Okay, so never mind. Yeah, so we've got these, like, kind of components in there. Let's do another one. I'm not sure if having two RCS, how it'll affect the performance of the actual ship. If it'll, like, completely throw it out of whack, but there we go. Okay, guys, we have thrusters to move forward. We've got thrusters to turn right and left. Do we need something for brakes? Probably. Yeah, let's put... yeah, screw brakes. I don't think we need them. Whoa, I didn't mean to do that. I need to put... How did you turn on without any fuel? Interesting. Okay, let's get some fuel. We're going to take it on its maiden here, and then we'll come back and paint it. Fuel... Where is fuel in this? There. No? There we go. All right. Let's put some fuel in there. And... head on in. Now it's got all this weird scaffolding here that's going to make it fly pretty weird. Alright. What's the third? Ooh, I like it. Alright, we're kind of stuck. It's not really moving. I think it weighs too much. Yeah, it definitely weighs too much. So let's turn her off. Come on out. And start removing some of the scaffolding here. Then we'll put some more hover engines underneath, and I'll finish off the back, paint it, and I think we'll be done. Just removing training wheels, don't mind me. Why can I fly? Alright, this is definitely going to make the thing fall. But we'll go ahead and take all this off, because I think it's just adding weight and making it have trouble flying. I might have to get rid of this entire platform just to so it can fly out of here. What I don't want it to do is roll down and like fall in the water or something. Or like destroy itself. I don't know. Alright, you are actually still sitting there. Oh, there it goes. Okay, it updated. Takes a while sometimes for the center of gravity to realize, you know, it's been updated and what it actually is sitting on a block or not. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of a few of these. And she's sitting. All right. Nice. Okay. Get back in here. Turn her on. Go ahead and hover. Oh, she's flying. Yeah. In the water. It's always going to perform best in the water. But I have an idea for that as well. So, sweet. Let's go ahead and zoom out. Oh. The zoom out doesn't seem to work very well. It's only showing the front. Whoa. We'll definitely need someplace to park this thing. Alright, give me just one more cut to finish off the paint job so we can show it in its final beauty. And we'll put it in the old Hall of Fame as our first creative pod racer. Alright, give me a sec. Okay, guys, she is done. The pod racer is complete. Let's go ahead and take her for her test drive. You can see the thing I put up in the front. It's supposed to be the energy bridge between the two engines is working great. It looks just like it's supposed to. Got the big engines. Whoa! taking me. I don't have brakes. I gotta remember. I did not put brakes in this, so I need to go slow when I'm approaching a turn or wherever I want to park. Alright, now, can we get it up onto the platform I built for it to reside on? Can it make it up the hill? Come on, boost. Whoa, okay, boost kind of worked a little bit. Boost is building back up. Alright, we're almost there. Just boost a little more. And boost and go over. We're there. Okay, we're up on. Now I just need to boost. Oh, shoot, we're stuck. Why is boost not working? There it goes. I can't see. I can't see. There we go. We don't have any brakes or a way to back up, so I have to just spin it. Alright. She's done. Okay. Back to this view. Go ahead and land her. Oops. Need to actually land her. Turn her off. There she goes. Alright, I did take a little bit of artistic liberty and change the front because I didn't like the triangle shape since we've got a lot of round shapes here. But there we go. That is our pod racer, Sebulba inspired. Hope you guys liked it. If you have any suggestions on anything that I missed that would make it better, you think, let me know. Otherwise, put some suggestions on what else you would like to see me build. Oh, we took a little damage here. Anything. It could be a base. It could be a ship. It could be a weird, just... It doesn't even have to be anything. It could be like a guy, like a pixel art. I don't know. Anything we can build in creative mode. What do you want to see me build? Give me a challenge. We'll start easy, work our way up. If you guys liked this episode, hit that like button. You want to see more, subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Twitter at FunshineX. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. Bye.